The Is What It Is show with Molly Bell, y'all. The Is What It Is show with Molly Bell, y'all. It is what it is, show with Molly Bell. Straight out of Compton with truth to tell. Coming with the real and it ain't no act. Molly Bell giving up the good straight facts. It is what it is, show. It is what it is, show with Molly Bell, y'all. It is what it is, show. That's right.
That's right. It is what it is, show with Molly Bell, y'all. How you doing over there, Molly Bell?
I'm fine. Now your voice is kind of low.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Something popped up and said that the show was coming on, but I didn't hit play or nothing.
Oh, yeah. I was controlling it on my end. We good. We good. Yep. We good, Molly. And hopefully later on in the show, we might have a couple of guests might pop in. Who knows? But in the meantime, I want to talk to you, my sister. How have you been, and what's on your mind, Molly Bell? What's on your mind?
Oh, I've been just blessed and highly favored. My health is what God has it to be. Today I went to a banquet that they had a breakfast lunch for Pastor Price. Remember Frederick Price and his wife? He died some time ago, and a Crenshaw Christian. And so it was nice to have gone there and been a part of it. It was great. My friend Jerry Fletcher invited me, and I had a good day.
All right, that's wonderful. I'll try to see if I can turn my sound up here. Yep, we're still in the car. Okay, but all of this stuff that's been going on here lately has been let me get the mic volume. Can you hear me better?
Yes, a lot.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to turn my volume up. All right, Molly Bell. Yeah, I told you I used to live around the block from Fred Price's original church on Crenshaw and Hardy, which was like off Century and Crenshaw, for years before he moved over to Vermont, off Vermont and Manchester over there. And a lot of guys used to go over there from my neighborhood. People used to go in from my neighborhood, and but yeah, it's a good thing they still carrying on the ministry and doing what they, trying to carry on in his name, trying to do what they got to do to keep it going. Yeah.
It was a nice luncheon, and I was glad to be there, and it was good. It was good. When I came home and I talked to you and I was telling you, no, I didn't get a chance to hear what else has been going on, because I'm conspiracy oriented. I have conspiracies, and we didn't get a chance to talk the last time about it because it was the Million Man March. We honored the Million Man March, and so I didn't get a chance to speak. We held off on that. But can I tell you my conspiracy?
Go right ahead. Whatever's on your mind, just go right ahead.
Okay, first of all, remember I told you before that with Biden, there were thieves in the temple, that some of his own people was messing to getting them out. But they had no idea that Kamala would come along. And in a short time, I don't know exactly from the time they tried to get rid of him to now, she is blowing everything away in the election. But I knew that his people, because remember we talked about, we've gone to church, and you never go to church and then your own pastor, the head of the church, don't get to have the closing remarks. Did I lose you?
No, I made a mistake and hit the camera. Go ahead. Can you see me now?
Yeah.
That better?
It's better.
All right. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So I never understood why Biden didn't have the closing words. I never understood how Trump did some of the things that he did, some of the things that he said, because Trump talks all the time. He didn't do that. It was like somebody or something was setting Biden up for to fail. But then in the end, Kamala came out and they gave her the nomination. And then we got to hear all this stuff about Trump, what was happening to him, what wasn't happening to him. And so, like I said, I'm conspiracy oriented. And so if it ain't right, it wasn't because it ain't right.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you like it is. Because you know what it is? It
get-
is what it is. Anyway,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right now, I'm listening. I don't believe, and anybody who's listening after I finish mine, they could say anything, be it in the chat or call in later when they watch it on the video. I don't believe that Trump really had those assassination attempts. I don't
No, I don't
believe
believe it either.
that. Why you think I'm doing the show with you? I haven't said it to other people yet. But you're
But
not
he
talking
healed
about
mighty
me.
quick. He healed mighty quick. If you talk about, all of a sudden a week later,
Right.
now you don't have no damage whatsoever. Come on, man, get out of here with that fake.
He had a big old bandage on his ear. A man did get killed from that big old bullet. Big old giant.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. That
Well,
guy
see,
could be in the Bahamas with a $1 million check in his hand, kicking it.
see,
So
that's what I said. Both of us are conspiracy oriented. We don't believe it. Then he is, and then now JD Vance was and is his nominee for vice president. And so Trump is losing it. Trump says, I don't know nothing about Project 2025. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Differently from what his folks that put him in there wanted him to do. And so then next thing you know, he had Mar-a-Lago. That's his home. That's his house. You know, the Secret Service, I guess they were supposed to protect him. And then a man tried to kill him there in the bushes. Oh, man. I don't know if he even in his right mind. So now that's the second assassination attempt on him, according to them, which I don't believe. And so now that they're doing this, Trump is an idiot. He's doing things that they're not wanting him to do. He's saying things. I don't know nothing about Project 2025. I don't know this. And he's rambling and going on. And so there's something going on. I personally believe that they want him to get in office, make himself a dictator, make his office a dictatorship. So whoever comes up next, they'll be a dictator too. And then somebody is going to kill Trump. It'll be believable because, according to them, we've had 2 assassination attempts on him already. And so they're going to kill him and make JD Vance. JD Vance is way, way smarter than Trump. He knows what's really going on. He's already meeting with what's his name from Israel. I mean from Russia, Putin. He's already doing things. He's getting a cabinet, getting some people together, and I believe that Trump, after he is sworn in, if he wins, they're going to kill him. Give him a little bit to do something. Maybe he'll stay in a couple of months until they could get Elon Musk and what his position, put everybody else in their position. And then somebody or someone is going to kill Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
that's how they're going to take over. Now I'm saying I don't know anything, I don't even run in those circles, so they wouldn't have told me anything. But you have to watch what's really going on and see what's really going on. Because Trump
Mm.
is a liar, he's a whoremonger, he owes everybody. He already changed the judges, and Kamala Harris and different ones may get in and change where they can't stay judges that long. Plus, I'm not thinking, they keep saying Trump has this many votes and is ahead. They don't know that because they have how many votes Republicans have turned in. Because if you're counting them now, you're not even supposed to open them to November 5th. So you can't say those are Trump, because I know Cheney is voting on a Republican ballot. She didn't change her category. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people who are Republicans, they're voting on Republican ballots. So they're saying, wow, look at the Republicans. That Trump is getting all this. This is all coming up. They don't know who they voted for on that. The ballots have not been counted. And when they show it on TV, they'll say Trump got this many, Biden have this, Kamala Harris has this many, and it looks like they turning out. Just because the ballots were turned in, Keith, you could turn in a Democratic ballot and vote for a Republican, but we kick your butt and everything if you really did do that. So you couldn't do that. So
Yeah.
you couldn't
But I
do that.
understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying, and I do agree. I mean, when it comes down to it, the people are being misled by the media. Anytime, I don't go along with the whole thing about the polls and all the polls and this and that. I don't go along with it because it's like that's can influence. Let's say they say, well, it looks like Trump is leading, and then the people will decide, well, he already winning, so we might as well not vote. So you see what I'm saying? The polls can be misleading to people that follow everything they see and everything they see on the news, because everything you see on the news is not 100% accurate. And of course, they're not saying that, well, we're just getting an exit poll, or we're just talking about, just like you said, they're talking about how many people have actually voted that are registered. The key word, registered Republicans, registered
and registered Democrats. But you could vote
registered mail-in ballots, registered Democratic mail-in ballots, registered servicemen overseas for one party or the other. So all these things are just giving you a general idea of who, but they're not telling you exactly who they're voting for.
You can't.
And that's the discrepancy. Exactly. You can't start that until the 5th. You can't do that until the 5th.
So just like all these entertainers who have been Republicans, they registered Republicans. But they could have voted for Kamala. They could have voted for Democrats in the Senate, in Congress. They could, because all those names are on the ballot. But the news will show you Trump has a big group. Whole bunch of people are voting right now, and they're not the Democrats have a lot of people, but more people are voting now in the Republican, and they don't say just they should say Republican ballots turned in, although we don't know who got the votes on it. That's that Trump is on the ticket, but that does not mean that they voted for him. Because I know Cheney, she said she's keeping herself a registered Democrat, a Republican, excuse me, but she's voting for Kamala. A whole bunch of other folks, I see them on television. Groups have come on who are registered. They are registered. So when I get my ballot, Trump was on my ballot. I could vote for Trump on a Democratic ballot. So if I can do it, so we as people, Because first of all, we way smarter than them. We've always been. We're the first one to come up with a language. We're the first one to come up with a pyramids. We're the first one that came up with anything that is in there. And plus the United States, if you put it in a basket, it would fit 3 times in Africa. So when they say the Republicans, Trump and the Republicans have 50% more turned in ballots. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
And we need to stand up and say that, because first of all, we as Black people don't do that. And if J.D. Vance get in and Elon Musk and millionaires, how you gonna give somebody $1 million to vote? And even that person went in by themselves. You don't have nobody in there voting with you. And but they said you could track your ballot to see where it is, if it's been counted, if it's been open. And I'm glad that some of the Democrats are doing something. So, Keith, I know I've been knowing you too long, and I'm saying that right now, everything that I'm saying, now all those people who really did, maybe Cheney really did vote for Trump. But right now,
I got a guest I'm gonna bring in. I want you to keep talking. Keep talking. I'm just gonna bring this guest in right quick.
Okay.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah, I'm saying, so if Cheney did vote, she said that she was gonna vote for Trump. And she voted and she was registered a Republican. But when you get all those numbers that say the Republicans are really they're getting more votes in it, but they put Trump's name up there. You don't know who voted for them. You don't know who's been voted in that ballot. They need to stop it. They need to say Republicans' ballots have gone up. That's all they can say.
Right. But anyway. Let me see how. Let me tell you one thing though, Molly. How it's not going to work in their favor, because the people that are kind of like on the fence, trying, and it's really too late for anybody to be on the fence at this time. You talk about what, 9 days left before election day. People are early voting, but those people that are watching and those people that are seeing things that are happening, that's going to push them one way or the other. And I think it's going to push a lot of more people in the Kamala's direction, because they're seeing all this foolishness that Trump is doing and saying, and all the nonsense that he's saying. So those people are going to say, well, wait a minute, I got to get out here and vote for Kamala, because I can't stand to see this happen. So we got to increase our votes to make sure you see what I'm saying? It's going to push. I think it's going to push more people in Kamala's direction than in Trump's direction, because the only people Trump is really getting are his people that he was already getting in the first place. And a lot of them have left. A lot have left just for the mess he did on January 6th, just for that mess alone.
But what he's doing, he's laying the groundwork by saying that the Republicans had, and I'm just making up a number, over so many million votes than the Democrats. Then his people are going to say he won, and they're going to go crazy. But we got some crazy Democrats, even though Democrats have been nice. We got some Democrats that will kill you, that will shoot you, that will fight. Is not going to let this fascist government take over. So we've got to do. Yo, Mickey D, what's up?
Mollie Bell, my brother KP. So good to see y'all.
Yeah. Well, think about this though. All the stuff, Mickey. Let me make this one quick comment, Mick, and I'm gonna introduce you. One thing though, Molly, you have to remember the Department of Justice. This is what the Department of Justice has done, and governors in just about every state. They have been contacted by the Department of Justice this past week or so, and they've been asking them, "What do you need? Is everything okay? How's our things going?" And the governors are responding. We got more security in place. I know that for a fact here, because when I went to go drop my ballot off at the election office, it was cops all around that building that are not normally there. They're there right now. They had a big box where you can drop your vote off. So every state, Rathensberger down in Georgia, he said he'd been in contact with everybody, and then a couple of judges had shot down some of those crazy things they wanted to try to pull in Georgia. The judge is like, oh no, you're not doing that, because first of all, it's too close to election day. Second of all, what you're doing is illegal. And so he squashed all of that. So it's back to a regular vote now. But anyway,
we've got to get that out.
How you doing, Brother Mick?
I'm doing well.
I had to get that out.
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying y'all stimulating conversation about this election, because it's I believe both of y'all are right. I know both of you right, and it's not even close. I'm gonna tell you.
Come on now.
I got some direct evidence here. I've been spying on the enemy. I was at a crowd here this past weekend. I was at NASCAR. Now, this is, you think of NASCAR, you think of hillbillies, redneck, Trump fans, all that kind of stuff, right? Let me tell you, I was at NASCAR, and before they, after they introduced the drivers and all that stuff, they had this guy, Lee Greenwood. You done heard of him. I'm proud to be an American. At least I know I'm free. That song they sing for Trump. Let me tell you, these people were sitting on their hands like we was if we was listening to him.
Come on now, for real.
The NASCAR crowd, and it's a small sample, but that crowd, to me, I looked at, who I was there with. I was there with one of my teachers as a guest, and I said, wait a minute here. I'm supposed to see Trump everywhere and all this and all that. And it was not in any existence there. You go outside, and you heard they were talking about the election on the loudspeaker, not inside the race area. They were talking about, and they had congressmen, and there was a congressman on there, a Republican congressman on there. And he was talking about the Affordable Care Act and how a whole lot of people can lose their medical insurance. And I think that crowd right there, that NASCAR crowd, and I'm just saying that's a small sample of what's out there and what people think is out there, and all these early votes, they're not voting to get rid of their medical insurance. They're not voting for some of this stuff they're not voting for a dictator. These people are scratching their heads and saying, wait a minute here. This thing might be not even close, as the media is saying it's close. But this crowd right there that I observed, it wasn't, the men stopped singing, I'm free, people, they didn't get up, and you know how they get up at them Trump round, they tell the people to get up. No, them people they sat down, they was in their seats, like, okay, that's what they were, that's what I observed, my own self. And I'm looking around.
Now, where was this?
This was at a NASCAR event. NASCAR. 100,000 people, 100,000 people, NASCAR event in Las Vegas last weekend. People was sitting on the man sang, did his thing, and it was like, we done heard enough of this. We done,
almost like you can hear crickets.
You hear crickets around there. It wasn't no big ovation for him. It wasn't happening like that. So I don't know where they're getting these people that's really, really excited about Trump, unless they're paying him. Like, he's known to do that.
Elon Musk is.
Yeah. And these people are lying. They're lying.
But I don't know, when Elon Musk give out the money, I don't know that lady. I don't know if she said, I go on TV and say you gave me $1 million and then I lost it in a casino and I pay my taxes on it. I mean, liars do what? Lie.
They lie.
Lie.
That's right. Liar, lie. And I'm saying
You
that.
know, I'm
Go ahead.
go ahead, Molly. I was gonna say, brother Elon, he's been a little off a little bit here lately, and
Elon ain't even, he's not even American. He ain't even from America. He's from South Africa. So
he's South
why would
African,
anybody
but
follow him?
he been he's interfering a little bit with our election, a lot,
Yeah.
not a little bit, but he knows it's illegal because I've been communicating with him on Twitter, on X a little bit, because he follows me and I follow him, and the things I've been saying basically has been, hey, people are interfering with our election, and I haven't been calling him out directly, but he knows when I say people that were not born in America and don't live in America are interfering with our elections. And he was coming back saying, well, the Australians are supporting the Democrats, some of the unions and stuff, which is true. You got people from all over the world now supporting, Trump and all over the world supporting Harris. But he's got the big dollars. When you start giving out millions, you can influence a little bit.
Well, only thing I can say about that is he's going to be highly upset all the money he wasted.
Oh yeah, he's
after the
money.
results of the election come in.
Because
all you got to do is look at the size of the rallies. Look at the rallies.
No.
Kamala had 30,000 people yesterday at that rally over there in Dallas. She's in Michigan again today up there.
Mama,
sold out rally. The rally she had today with Michelle Obama sold out. You couldn't get in. It was so crowded that people were standing. There was standing room only.
Yeah.
So, then you look at his little rinky-dink little rallies, and people, he talked for about 5 minutes, and people are leaving. They're walking out. They're walking out.
We have
it's like, wow, man, this stuff is crazy.
It's crazy. In addition to that, we have a little group in our neighborhood that is going around and people, they taking addresses of people with Trump signs, because I don't think that after this election and after Vice President Harris wins, people gonna remember those houses. They're gonna remember those. You was that much into this guy, and you went for everything he went for, and how could you, there might be some problems in America, let's say, after this. There might be some problems because these people are going to get beat so bad.
Hold on, Mickey, I can't hear you.
Okay, they're going to get beat so bad that it's going to be really, really tough. It's going to be, some of these people, it's going to be tough for them to recover, especially in their neighborhood and everything. It's going to be tough for them to recover because.
Hold on, Mickey. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Hold on.
No, it's low.
It's low. Okay, let me try and get a little something.
I think it's.
Someone called my cell.
Turn your volume up.
My volume is all the way up. Someone called my cell, and I declined the call, so maybe that did it. Maybe I could leave and come back.
Yeah, turn your volume on. Turn your volume up on your phone. Turn the volume up on your phone. Yeah, I can hear you, but you sound like.
Come right back.
Okay.
Okay, do that. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead. Wait.
How we
You sound better now. You sound better now.
I don't hear me.
Mollie, say something. I hear you very well.
You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. But
all right, I can hear you well. Okay, well, go out and come back in and see what happens.
Okay, hang it up.
All right.
I can see you, KP. Okay, can you hear me good? Can you hear me? You solid?
Yeah, I hear you well. I hear you well.
Good.
Yeah,
good,
I'm good.
But yeah,
so continue what you were saying.
I tell you, if it's any indication of what people are, I can remember when Jesse Jackson ran, and they were interviewing people, and everybody said they was going to vote for Jesse Jackson, right? Well, that was politically correct thing to say at the time, but they didn't. And it's the same thing now, I believe, with Trump. You got a lot of people out there saying they're gonna vote for him, you know, because they want less taxes, or they want him to round up the immigrants or what have you. That they're not. I don't believe when they get to the voters box, I don't believe they're gonna vote for him. I just fail to believe they're gonna vote for him.
Mollie, how's your sound now?
It's fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I hear you very well, very well. You did the right thing, sister. You did. You dipped in. So you learning. You getting your savvy up. You getting your computer savvy together there.
You watching. You watching Z when I really learn this. It's gonna be on and cracking.
That's right. That's right. It is what it is. Yeah.
Somebody is still sending me a message. I'm not gonna do anything.
Oh wow. I don't know what they're doing, but they're messing you up, man. They're messing your phone up bad. I can barely hear you.
It went real low.
You up bad. Yeah. Volume went low. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
say something now, Mollie.
Calling me, but it don't have no name.
Don't answer it.
Oh wow.
No, I didn't touch it.
Don't answer it.
Yeah, don't answer it.
Right. Because the volume did go down low and it came back up. Okay,
no,
but you're right, Mick.
Mine is still low. I'm going out and coming back again.
I hear you now. Mollie.
Man, we hear you very well.
I can't hear you guys good.
Oh wow. Okay, do what you got to do. We here. But Mickey, you're right though, man. A lot of those people, when it comes down to it, they're not going to, man, let's face it. If they have half a brain, right, and some of them do, it's going to be like, come on, man, I can't vote for this. And those, you know, you talk about the people that believe in the Constitution. You talk people that believe in the Constitution more than they believe in the Bible. You talking about those type of people that will live and die for that piece of paper called the Constitution. Right. I don't see how they could possibly vote for somebody like Trump that's talking about turning the presidency into a dictatorship, right, and trying to get revenge against people that don't like him, and trying to shut down the news media and all this other foolishness that he's talking about. And if you read Project 2025, man, that's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for everybody, but it's really a nightmare for any minorities in the country, because it gives him the authority to just, you know, he's not after he gets through thinking about rounding up so many Hispanics is what he's talking about doing. But where is he going to stop? He's not going to stop there. It's going to be like, okay, well, we done with them. Now let's round up as many black folks as we can. And we can't dictate them because deport them because we don't have nowhere to send them. So let's round them up and lock them up in jail. Let's lock them up in places like they have in Louisiana and Mississippi, those work farms, sit them down on the work farms, and you right back into slavery again.
That's right.
You know, so this message is for these so-called young black guys that are out there talking about they voting for Trump because he gave them 25 cents during COVID. It's like, come on, man. First of all, you got more money under Biden than you did under Trump anyway. If you're talking about checks, but the president don't have the control over the checks.
And we got more money. We got more money under Obama.
Congress gave you those checks.
Right. We got more money under Obama.
Exactly.
Obama, Obamacare. So whenever all of us, anybody that's listening, and we're going to share this with everybody, you know, I'll send them to my folks and everything else. Yeah. And so I'm just saying that we have got to let them know when they show, you know, these big, huge, that the Republicans are really turning out. That don't mean that that's Trump's people. It don't mean you can't say that. But they'll put up their Trump and they'll put up Kamala. That don't mean that that's Kamala's people. The truth is, we don't know who they voting for until November the 5th, when they open them up and start counting them. But if they tell the people the system of white supremacy, that right now Trump is ahead by 2%, 3%, whatever it is, and then he loses by 10%, then they're ready to go crazy because that's what they've been told. We as a people, this is like a drum. And I don't know how Mickey ended up going to the NASCAR.
It's a trip. It was a trip.
I don't know how you're hanging out there, but
sure did.
But we're supposed to be able to back anything we say with facts. You were there. You know, and I believe you. Keith believe you. We believe you that the country homeboy that was singing, you said they weren't even clapping for him. They weren't even applauding for him. And he stopped. That ought to tell us something. But every time they do, we need to pick up the phone, and wherever you are, pick up the phone and say, why do you guys keep putting that Trump, just put the Republican voted this on the Republican ballot? But always know
they ain't gonna change, Mollie.
Right.
Well, I think
it's
that,
about a show. It's about what's hot.
But I think that,
the news media is always about that. You know that.
Right, but I think that
go ahead.
We always have to, we had drums, and when I was a young girl, ooh yeah, yeah, no way would I say we used to do something called pig Latin. We made up our own language. We know how to talk somebody. You tell somebody do something in a different way. You know what we have to do. And all I'm just saying is that what we're just the three of us are saying today, I've never heard none of the news people say that. I've never heard any of them saying that Trump's name is up there. It should say the Republicans have this many millions more of votes, whatever it is. But you can't say that they were for Trump. Because if you counting them now, you show enough out of order.
Right. Right.
And everybody's name.
Right. So under the same token, if what you're stating, I believe what you're saying, but think about this. It's common sense, Mollie, what you're saying, because those people that they're saying, well, it's like 20% of the black guys are going to be voting for Trump. They didn't switch parties. They didn't switch and say, well, I'm not voting. I'm switching over and becoming a Republican. They're going to use that same Democratic ballot if they want to vote for him, because that's what they're registered.
And vote for a Republican.
So on the same token, all of those people that are Republicans that are saying, I'm not voting for Trump this year, and I've been seeing thousands of them, and I've been seeing all these videos coming up on YouTube. It's video after video after video of Republicans saying, I voted for him in 16. I voted for him in 20. I'm not voting for him this time. It's been hundreds coming out saying, I voted for him in 16. I didn't vote for him in 20. And I'm not voting for him in 24. So that number of people is so high. You got generals coming out. You got at least 100 politicians that came forward and let their faces be seen saying, I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot vote for Trump. I'm a Republican, but I just can't vote for him. His people that were working in his cabinet have been saying it in droves of not doing it. His vice president, Pence, is like, nope, can't do it.
There's Republicans, y'all. Check it out. There's Republicans out there that don't want nothing to do with this.
So
those are the ones that are sending in mail-in ballots.
Everybody.
They're not going to be going to the they're not going to be part of it. They don't even want to be seen going to a ballot box and stuff.
And if they didn't register, Mickey, if they didn't register Democrat, the only ballot they could vote on is the one that you registered on. Your ballot come to your house. The ballot is addressed to you. You got to prove that that's you that's voting. So
They're
a
not
lot of
changing
people,
parties. They're not changing.
some
They
of
ain't
them is too
changing
late to
parties.
even change
You know.
party. No, they're not. But I'm just saying that the media, I know who my enemy is.
Yeah.
I know who he is. I like to say this is just a conspiracy theory. This is what we just think. But all of us know the truth. Scriptures say the truth will set you free. I'm counting on that. I'm counting on that. So, Mickey, all your people, make sure that they understand. Keith, all your people, Mollie Bell, all your people. We got to make sure that they get this out because they need those, I don't want to call them yokels, but those who want to fight.
It's going to happen.
Those who
It's
want
going to
to.
happen. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, those who want those people to do that, they've got to have a reason. And if they can say from August to November, they've been saying that Trump got the most votes. No, Republicans may be 2%, 5% ahead of putting in stuff, but that don't mean that they voted for Trump. What's your sign say? What's your tag say, Mickey?
You catch it?
Now
I
can't
voted.
see it. You voted already?
I voted. Yeah.
All right. I haven't voted
already.
yet.
I got mine too, Jack.
Got yours
Right here.
We voted. There you go.
Already voted.
We already voted.
Already voted.
Did you vote?
So we got early voting here. We got early voting here.
Early vote.
Yeah.
And see, and that's but they still can't open it till November the 5th.
You don't even have to ask.
They still can't open it till November the 5th.
Okay. Voted.
Well, we
They
got them
can't
all
do it. So they can't. None of these prognosticators.
Right. But they've already sent me. I already received.
You froze.
I've already.
You froze up.
They don't want you to say whatever you're gonna say. They don't want you to say it.
But
you keep freezing.
Already received.
We don't hear you.
Receive my confirmation. Already got that.
Okay. Yeah, they have the confirmation that you turned it in. But they have no confirmation who you voted for, because if they open the ballot before
that's all they got. That's all they get.
That's all they can have. That's all that they can have.
Yeah.
And so when they said, so even if they said we have confirmation that Keith Parker has voted already, but they can't even say you voted for Kamala. They can't say it. They can't say.
Only thing they can say. There's only two things they can say. They can say I voted, and I voted Democrat. I am a registered Democrat, and I voted. Those are only two things.
That's all. That's all they can say.
That's all they can say. For now,
you vote for whatever you want. And I'm saying that they want us. I listen to, I like MSNBC and CNN, and I like the Democratic prognosticators and speakers, but they get way more money than the three of us. And they're not saying that. They're the ones that saying Trump, Republicans have this many votes. No, you don't know.
But that's the story. That's the story. That's all I'm saying. But you got to think about this. When it comes down to it, the money is the money. They just trying to. That's whatever the storyline is today. Just like the storyline the other day was General Kelly. Every channel was talking about what General Kelly had said. Then the day before that, they was talking about what Mitch McConnell said in his book about how Trump was an idiot and all this other stuff. But he still, as a coward he was, did not let that impeachment vote come to the floor after January 6th happened. So I don't even need to hear your name, Mitch McConnell, you fake coward, when you had the opportunity to get rid of the problem then and didn't do it. What good is it? You on your way out the door. You ain't coming back. You're getting ready to retire. Now you want to talk and you want to sell a book? Man, I wouldn't buy that book to burn it. I wouldn't.
And
so
and the news,
it's just sad how we've been let down. My problem right now, Molly Bell, I agree with what you're saying, but my main problem right now is how black men are being set up to be the fall guy and the scapegoat for this election if it doesn't go whatever direction they want it to go. Because we're the ones that's getting our name called out about, well, black guys are talking about voting for Trump. Well, shit. Well, excuse my language. You're not making a big deal out of the white guys that are talking about voting for Kamala. So why is it such a big deal unless you're just trying to use us, set us up as the scapegoat for the failure, along with what you're talking about the scapegoat of the election itself. So, you know, come on now, we being set up, and I've been calling it out. I've been calling it out, and I'm gonna keep calling it out. We're not taking that L like that. You're not gonna blame us. You're not gonna blame black men for this loss. Whoever loses, you're not gonna blame us, because
a week ago,
we've been used as a scapegoat too many times. We've been used as a scapegoat too many times, and I'm sick of it.
A week ago, the hurricanes was the news. I haven't heard about the hurricanes at all anymore. I saw it. They said it was going to be like this, and then each one had one day of news. I saw homes washed away.
That was the cycle. That was the cycle.
I saw all that, and some of those were in the states that they call, you know, the states that's gonna supposedly vote Republican, and a whole bunch of them didn't. The next thing I know, I called in on some of my shows that I call in because some black men called in and said that Obama was talking to them, fussing at him, talking down to him, and they didn't like it. I said, Obama, first black man to be president of the United States. He had every right for 8 years to talk to them, not talk down to them. It's my father and my mother. You know, I grew up in the days when they used to give people
He didn't talk down to him. He didn't talk down to nobody.
I didn't talk down. But they were saying that brothers was mad at him for talking down to him, talking down to them for the way that he talked. But the black men that
that's what I'm telling you, Molly. That is not true. It's not true. You see what I'm saying? That's how they use the media to turn people against us.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And for me, black men, when they were talking about, he was talking down to black men. First of all, I know a whole bunch of black men. Nobody. I've seen young black brothers get slapped upside their head for talking back to their mama when somebody talked down to them. He was not talking down to them. And then after a few people said it, then they wanted to be on the news. Next thing I know, they saying that he was talking down to him. And I'm saying that
the media,
these same folks got on TV and talked about Detroit. I love my black music. I love he said, Trump said that all the cities are going to be Detroit. And they didn't, the news media wasn't bringing up what he said about them. They were saying what Obama said to the black men.
Well, you know what he meant about what he said that about Detroit, right? You know what he meant, right?
Yeah,
he's trying to throw it out there that all your cities are going to turn black. That's what he's trying to say. Him and Tucker Carlson are making this whole election a race issue. Right. I mean, Tucker Carlson came out full Ku Klux Klan a couple of days ago. What's that other crazy white guy with the bald head that was part of Trump's cabinet at one time? Can't think of his name now. He came out full Ku Klux Klan talking about, does your neighborhood look like this? Do these people look like they live in your neighborhood? They went full Klan at that meeting they had down there in Georgia. There, they went full Klan.
KP and Mollie, Mollie Bell. It ain't even close.
It ain't up.
America
It ain't
does not have enough of them Trump people to make a difference. So they try to get them out the woods. They try to get them out there in the back alleys, and they try to get them people with them flags and this and that, all this crazy stuff.
They want to get them riled up. That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
They want to get them riled up.
But there's not enough of them. There's not enough of kooks in America. We have a lot, but there ain't enough.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Not only is it not enough, we saw how many people came to the White House, to the Capitol last time. Trump's people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking everywhere, rewinding my screen, going slow motion. I don't see no black folks. I don't see no black folks. I keep looking for them. I say they did the Capitol, and they so nasty. Why would you take time and boo-boo on somebody's death?
Yeah, that's
what
crazy.
Kind of idiot are you? What?
Well, those people was from the trailer park. Those are trailer park folks. So you got to expect what you get. But that was a small percentage of people that showed up at that did what they did on January 6th. Those were militia groups. Those were the people that Steve Bannon and all the rest of those guys got together and put together to go there for that. Trump is totally guilty because he's the one that organized that damn rally in the first place. No other president has been in the Capitol the day that they're supposed to be counting the votes. Not one president has ever done that. He did it. He's guilty of that. So as far as them saying, well, I don't know why they did what they did. Fool, you the one that told them to come there in the first place. You did. You're guilty. 100% guilty.
Yeah. And everybody, all
they told him. He told him,
it.
"Hey man, say something." He wouldn't say a word. He sat there on his butt and watched it on TV like he was enjoying it.
They should have
hours and didn't say a word.
They said they should have hung Pence.
Yeah,
and I'm just saying that.
You know what?
What'd you say, Mickey?
Pence was so weak.
Crazy. They
that was the only strength he ever showed. The only strength Pence ever showed was counting those ballots that day. That was it. Because the whole time he was with Trump, all he was doing was kissing Trump's butt the whole time, the whole entire time.
Yeah, well, if you didn't kiss his butt, you ain't gonna be around him. You know how that goes. That's the way he is. You ain't down.
I'd rather not be around him.
Yeah, a lot of people said that. What, 43 members of his cabinet just said, no, we tired of this. We don't want nothing no more. But I want to dovetail on what KP was saying about black men, Mollie. He was saying that we're
right, but why are you speaking up now? I got the same.
Oh,
they could have spoke out before. They could have spoke up before. Why did they wait? Why did they wait? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I'm just saying, why did they wait, man? Why did they wait?
Yeah,
All right, KP, it's Mickey's turn.
But black men know us, KP. We set up one way or the other. If we vote for Harris, then Trump people gonna say it's our fault and try and turn the guns on us. We put him in, then Harris still gonna say the same thing. So they are setting black men up. But we need to come out in force and go ahead and put her in and do what we got to do. That way, it's no question. Because sisters what did they do for Biden? They showed up. They showed out. They showed up in Georgia. They showed up in all these different states. They showed up. So now brothers need to show up and we need to make it happen. And there's a lot of good people out there that are not going to vote for Trump. They see what's going on. He's a felon and everything else. They're not going to go for it. They're going when it comes time to vote. I can't see them. I have more faith in the people. I have more faith in the American people. Even though we laughing stocks all over the world now, I have a little more faith in them that they are going to vote and do the right thing. And this thing's not even going to be close. It ain't going to be close.
Don't forget about the veterans that he attacked. The veterans that he attacked.
vets, I'm gonna tell you, I'm one of them. He attacked us all, you know. You go after the vets and just he's just out of it. There's no vets are gonna be turning their guns on the American public, on the citizens. You can't do that.
No, they're not.
And
No, they're not.
he talking crazy. There should be no vets out there voting for him, but you do have those little small percentage of Outback Jacks that are going to go ahead and vote for him. But this is small percentages. Like they're going for when he's going to these rallies. You guys know he's been going to these sundown cities, right? I'm talking about the sundown, these cities.
Yeah, well, we got to be out the city by the time the sun go down.
Exactly. That's where he's been going. And that's where you have these groups, these militia groups, these Klan people and all that. But like I said again, they are a small group. That so there's believe when even some of them are saying, well, you know, they talked about Obama like a dog with Obamacare. Fox News led off, ended the middle and everything with Obamacare. Now they don't even say Obamacare. You know, it's so good.
The Affordable Care.
They call it the Affordable. Yeah, they was tricked once.
Yeah, they're the ones that created the name Obamacare. Yeah. They created the name Obamacare.
They did. Right.
Obama didn't do that. They did. The Republicans did.
You ain't gonna trick them again, though. I don't think
people liked it. People liked it. People liked the name Obamacare, and they just rolled with it. It's like, okay, Obamacare. Now they hate to use it. Now they want to go back.
Now that they got their medical, though, 50 million people not letting their medical go right now.
I guarantee those same people that said Obamacare, I guarantee they went and got it. I guarantee they went and said, well, wait a minute, I might be able to get some cheaper insurance here on the Obamacare. And they said they covered their faces up. These are the same people that are going to go talk about Trump. They might even have on a red Trump hat. And when they get to the ballot, they're going to vote for Kamala because they don't want their friends to know that they're going to vote for Kamala, and they're going to lie, and they're going to keep lying, but keep lying all the way to the ballots and do what you got to do, folks. I know y'all sneaking around watching this show right now, and I know that in your heart that you don't want to turn this into no damn dictatorship. And you can still drink a beer at the pub with your friends talking about, we got the vote. We voted for Trump. Knowing inside in your heart that you didn't and you voted for Kamala Harris. Go on and do what you got to do.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. That is what it is. They got
a Trump sticker in front of their house and they know they still going to vote for Kamala.
I'm going to tell you on your show, Mollie, that is what it is.
It's going to be a landslide. It's going to be a landslide.
Tell it, KP. That's what it is.
It's going to be a landslide. It is what it is, y'all. Mollie Bell and Mickey D.
I got more faith in the American people. I'm telling you, when they go to the booth,
it's going to be. When he came out with Obamacare, and then some of my friends, I was still at the post office, Keith. They hadn't sent me out, for workers' comp yet. And I was telling them to vote for it because another thing that he had on there, that it covered sickle cell anemia. That was us. That was just us. Yep. And I was telling them Obamacare takes care of sickle cell anemia. That is something that we had. So I was at the post office telling them, you got to vote for it because you take off. And the post office, Keith, they didn't want to pay you to take off for no sickle cell. Your kid got sickle cell anemia and to do that. But Obamacare took care of that. And when they passed it, some of my friends said, Mollie Bell, thank you for coming up and letting me know about that. Information is knowledge, and knowledge is power.
At the
we can say Black Power or Ungawa back in the day.
Here's another lie. I'm gonna tell you another lie. Here in the last few days, they had this. I think it's artificial intelligence video that popped up on YouTube that was talking about the Electoral College, and they had this AI black guy on here that was stating your vote doesn't count. The Electoral College is who elects the president, blah, 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 blah. So there's no point. You don't need, your vote don't count, you don't need to vote, blah, blah, talking all this foolishness, right?
Right.
And I'm like, how many people are watching this madness just along with those videos that I've been seeing with those African people on it, with the haircuts that nobody in America would ever wear, male or female, or clothes that no Black American kid, teenager, or 20-year-old would ever wear, that's talking about Trump. Those people not even American. They got on these videos nowadays. On these
not even from this
videos
country.
talking about they support Trump. They're not even from this country. And it's so obvious that most of them got accents. All you gotta do is listen. When how many young Black kids in their 20s are clean cut, got their hair cut real short? I'm talking about shorter than this. How many young Black, they got twists in their hair, they got braids, they got the nappy head, just got out of bed afro. They got all that, but they ain't got no clean cut hairstyles. They don't wear that. Period.
No.
But that's how the Nazis dress.
Yeah, they do. They got their little bald heads and what have you.
Russia is giving Africa, a couple of countries in Africa, a lot of money right now. So it's real easy for them to say, give us some of your best people that know how to speak English. We want to make a video. Where are they?
Yeah.
The ones that have been speaking English. They ain't get them for free. They ain't gonna pay them a dime.
But when you go to vote, when you go to do what you have to do, it's just you and that marker, just you and that thing, in that box.
Yeah.
And so you get to say, one Keith, you or Mickey, one of them say, people are gonna ask you, man, I don't see how Obama won, knowing that they voted for. I mean, how Kamala Harris won, knowing that they voted for, knowing that they did. They're gonna keep up.
Right.
They're gonna keep the lie up, and that's okay. And please don't think some people. One person say, "Well, the Democrats are very nice," and I said, "Do they got any white Democrats?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "So you think all white folks are very nice? We got some cold-blooded white folks who do some cold-blooded things, and they're Democrats. They Democrats. They don't want their power taken.
No.
They don't want Elon Musk to have all of it. They don't want those other people because they're not on the list. And if they're not on the list, they don't want it. We've got to get out and tell everybody that that is not even close. And I always tell Keith, when I think of something, I use the term conspiracy oriented, because on the facts, I can't really prove that a Republican ticket, maybe they did vote for Trump. I don't know. But I can't prove that they didn't vote for Kamala either.
Can't prove that they didn't
either. You can't.
Well, I just got a message from Skip, y'all. I just got a message from Skip. He said he's not gonna make it. He's in the car. I was trying to get Skip Townsend to come on with us too today, but he say he's busy. He can't make it today.
Tell my Skip Townsend. I said, "What's up? What's up?"
Yeah, we catch him another time.
We'll catch him on another show. We'll make sure that we set it up to we'll have a show with all four of us on there for sure. But you know what, Molly and Mickey, I'm just so, I don't know. I guess I'm exhausted right now, and I've never been this exhausted over an election before. It's not even election day, but I've been exhausted for a couple of weeks now because I've been bombarded daily with this deluge of misinformation and madness and nonsense that's coming over the airwaves, going over the internet, going on TV, on the news. And it's like, if these people really truly want to get rid of Trump, if you're on MSNBC and you guys are watching right now, stop showing him. Stop giving him all that free publicity. Don't show him. Let Fox show him. Let that be the only channel that he's on. And then let his same little base of the same little people. It ain't enough racists in this country. And it's not enough people in this country that don't care for the Constitution, that don't care for democracy, that are going to vote for this idiot. It's an outright clown.
And he is an idiot. He really thought that when he would tell people, "You're fired." I keep saying that's a show, Donald Trump, The
It's a
Apprentice.
show.
It's a
That's a
show.
Yep.
show. That's what you're doing. And the first person and I met her, and she knows me, call me by my name. She just recently got her doctorate degree, and that was Omarosa. And her
Oh,
book was called
Mhm.
Unhinged.
yeah.
She said he was unhinged, and she left his cabinet.
Yes, you know it.
And she said he was unhinged. Every time I turn around, I hear somebody saying, he's unhinged. And I said, they don't say that. Omarosa said that a long time ago. Wrote a book. She autographed it for me. I went to rallies with her. She was in Leimert Park, coming out there standing up for Black folks. And when she came to a church to speak, and I just went there, to hear her. And she said very nicely, she said, "I see somebody in the audience that I got a lot of love for." She said, "Mollie Bill, would you please stand up?" And now she got her degree. She's Dr. Omarosa. And
All
she
right.
told him, she said that he
Okay.
was unhinged. How many years ago was that? And now everybody is saying it.
It's been a long.
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
It's been a
all
long.
of us, right, all of us, it's our job. Each one, we used to say, each one do what? Teach one.
That's right.
Everybody, all of us, what we said here
Mhm.
today, at the end of this show, I'll get Keith to show me how to press share. And then you get to send it to people, and they'll do it.
Right.
I know I told my friends, they said, one time I did a survey on shows like this, and they said, well, we don't want to watch nothing longer than an hour. That's why if you look at Trump stuff, they just little bitty segments, just little bitty things. But sometimes the truth takes time. You've got to hear the truth. You got to know the truth. And we've got to share the truth, because truth is what makes us stronger. It makes us wiser. It makes us better. And the truth, and I go to church, is the scripture says the truth will do what? Set
Set
us
you
free.
free. That's right.
Set us free.
Amen.
Yep.
And so those of us
Yeah.
who are fighting for reparations, and I'm going to get to say this, and then I'm going to let Keith close it out. Reparations. What is reparations? Reparation is repair. What is repair? Whatever it takes to
That's
make
right.
us whole. If it's land, if it's money, if it's the right to live where you want. Every time they say something, see, people say, they'll say, well, we could give you like $50,000. And some people say, I don't want no $50,000. I say, shut up. Take it.
Take it.
Take it. It ain't
Yeah.
over because they
Yeah.
said it's over.
Right.
All we just saying is thank you for the 50,000. Now I want some land. Now I don't want to have to pay any interest on anything I buy, on my car note, on my house note. I mean, there are so many ways that they can repair us. And who should get
Yep.
it? Dobas, descendants of Black African slaves. I didn't know it, but I saw somebody sent me this story about a tribe that was on a ship, and rather than come and be slaves, they all jumped off and killed themselves.
Mm.
I've got to look that up. I got to ask Google what was the name of that, so I
Right.
could say it with some authority. I'm saying that reparation is repair. What is repair? Whatever it takes to make us whole. And people say, well, how do we know we not whole? I don't know, but I read in the Constitution they just said we were 3/5 of a person. I know they was counting it, but I know a fraction when I hear a fraction, 3/5. I don't care what they said it was for, but I know that that's not a whole. It take 5/5 to make a whole. 3/5 is a fraction. So whatever it takes to make us whole. And who should get it? Dobas, descendants of Black African slaves. They owe it to us, and we need to fight for it. And Keith, I'm going to say my last part, all you prayer warriors out there. You know what you've got to do.
Mhm.
You've got to keep fasting. You've got to keep praying because the struggle continues, and always to God be the glory. And since I'm straight out of Compton, I get to say this: West Side.
All right, my girl.
Right,
Thank you,
Molly.
Keith.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Mickey.
you, Molly.
Molly Bell.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
folks. That's Molly Bell from Compton. This is Mickey D from the Scoop.
Scoop,
KP
baby.
from KP's Video News, and we've been doing this show here today. I think it was very informative, and something. This is a message that needed to be heard by everybody, not just folks that look like us. I'm talking about everybody in this country, because it's sad to be misinformed about anything, but it's definitely a crime. It should be a crime to be misinformed about this election cycle that we're in right now. As depressing as it may be to some, myself included, it's been really draining. But hey, it is what it is. But Mickey D, what you got? Any final word for the show?
Yeah, I want to tell everybody out there, KP, your audience, which is one of the greatest audience out there, most loyal audience out there, and Molly Bell, don't get your blood pressure up over this election. The people that go to the ballot box, from the sampling that I've seen, that was just last weekend, that NASCAR crowd is supposed to be all Trump, Trump, Trump. We want Trump. But they weren't all we want Trump, 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 Trump. They want to keep their freedom. They don't want a dictator. They want to keep their medical insurance. They want to someday be able to buy a house, which the Biden administration already is putting loan things in process right now. See, they're already going forward with some things that they're going forward with already right now. You can contact Chase Bank, you can contact some of these other big banks. They've got loan programs right now for first-time buyers. They got some things out there right now, and I'm hearing this firsthand. So preparations are being made. Our people need to apply for what Vice President Harris is talking about, this money for these business programs, and she wants to get people the housing, the business. We have to sign our name and we have to apply. Guys, I'm talking about FICO scores of 640 and up. FICO scores of maybe 620. You qualify. So these are programs I'm talking about right now that they're putting in place right now. You don't have to have a high credit score right now.
Wow,
So
I didn't know it.
Yeah, let's take advantage of this right now, because they're moving. We're moving right now as if we've already won, which we have. We've already won this. So let's go beyond this right now. Let's make the next moves, and let's be first in line and not last in line on a lot of these programs.
All right. Y'all heard it right there. Let your next move be your best move, and let it be all smooth. That's from Mickey D and Molly Bell over there. All right, folks. I'm gonna hit y'all with the theme song. If I get it all queued up. Let me get it all queued up here.
While you queuing it up, thank you, Keith. I was gonna wait. Yeah. I was gonna take a nap.
Always a pleasure, KP. KP Video News.
You were gonna take a nap.
All right.
I
know you wanted to take a nap, but I wasn't gonna let you get no nap.
He didn't.
I wasn't gonna let you get no nap.
Go Raiders. Raiders. My Raiders playing KC tomorrow. So we'll see. What Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, what's going on with the Dodgers right now? What's going on with the Dodgers? What's going on with the Dodgers right now?
I think they were winning. When I last checked, they were winning.
Okay.
Which is good.
Okay.
But yeah, KP, we want to get together and we want to talk about after the election too, our plan after, even before, because this was in the bank, even before this, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to, it's not going to be 5 points or 6 points or whatever they think that she's going to win by now. It's going to be a little bit more than that.
She's going to win. She's going to win overhandedly. And of course, they're going to say we cheated. And I'm putting my side because I'm on the winning side. They're going to say we cheated. And they're going to try to get somebody to do something. but they ain't gonna have no good admirals and stuff. All those people that would have got the army together, he couldn't get it together the last time he tried to do that. So
That's right.
he couldn't
Let's-
get Pence to say it. He don't have nobody to, he ain't gonna have nobody to do that. Kamala Harris.
Right.
Kamala
That's right.
Harris is gonna be the one. It's not like it's a Republican in office. So when it comes to who's gonna verify and say that the election, like he wanted Pence to do, Kamala Harris is the vice president, and she's gonna say she's gonna
You know what?
okay the election.
Yeah.
You know what, Molly?
That's right.
Now that you just said that, this might be a first. Is this a first? A first time in history that the vice president has been the one that's actually running for office, that's going to be overseeing the Congress and the electoral vote count?
I'm not that. I'll wait to Mickey D or
I don't know.
Or somebody, Mickey D or somebody, Keith, what's his name? Somebody else do it, because I don't know if it's historically. I can't think of anybody, but when the election is over with, right now, Biden is still the president, and when he says okay, Kamala Harris is still the vice president. And she's going to do what Pence didn't do. So we got this. We don't know how they're going to act. We don't know how they're going to act behind it. But
one thing for sure, they ain't going to be there. I guarantee they will not be there on January 6th. It ain't going to be no crowd. It will not be a crowd. That whole thing is going to be so sealed off.
Let's not turn this into a
we can never get no close.
Let's not turn this into a Venezuela, because tonight the opposition leader was found dead. So we don't want people dying, political violence. We don't need that here in America. But
yeah, thank you. Keith, you're gonna have to get another thing on the bottom of your show that say breaking news. So when Mickey D tells us something like that,
that's breaking news.
Breaking news. This is what he breaking to us.
Yeah, they acting out over there. And Trump said it up right now. He lose, he gonna be ending up in Russia or somewhere. He gonna leave the country.
Oh, he going to Russia. He's going straight to Russia.
He's where all these other people all his people are gonna want to fight, gonna want to do this. Trump will be on his way to Russia already. He has a plane. All those trials that he's going to go through, he's already getting money from Elon Musk, so that when it goes down, he's going to take his money with him, and he might, if he have access to the country's money, he going to steal some of that. He might be writing up stuff. See, this is how come we can't end our show. We got too much stuff to say.
We ain't going nowhere, KP.
Yeah. We get ready to go.
It's hard for us to end, because the only way we get out of here is because the Truth Show said it's free. So we'll do another show, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday.
I want to go with those investments too. After the election, that gold, that silver, that uranium, that cannabis. We got to get in the game.
I just hope everything goes in the right direction, so I won't have to sell my house and move to Thailand. Anyway, I'm gonna end the show with that message right there. Say hope for the best, y'all. Gotta hope for the best, and that's Mollie Bell from Compton, Mickey D from where you from, Mickey D?
All over the world.
All right, Mickey D is worldwide.
All over the world.
And it's KP,
worldwide.
KP from Video News, and we signing off, y'all. Here we go with the thing.
It is what it is, show.
It is what it is, show, y'all.
The Is What It Is show with Mollie Bell, y'all.
That's right, folks.
The Is What It Is show with Mollie Bell, y'all.
Out to the people.
It is what it is, show with Mollie Bell. Straight out of Compton with truth to tell. Coming with the real and it ain't no act. Mollie Bell giving up the good straight facts.
Right.
It is what it is, show.
It is what it is, show.
What's up, Mollie?
It is what it is, show Mollie Bill.